Hi,
Rob. All right.
Happy birthday for yesterday, I believe, mate.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You have a good day?
Yeah, not too bad. I had uni until the early afternoon, but managed to enjoy it a bit, yeah.
Nice one.
This is Rob Edwards, then, head of Carlisle away. Rob, obviously, there was a bit of frustration on Tuesday with the game being called off so late, but has it actually caused any disruption to your training and preparations for this weekend?
No, not particularly. I mean, obviously, we missed a day really with Tuesday then because because we planned to have the game, hadn't we? So apart from that, no, we've had two good days the last today and yesterday with a focus on Carlisle, which would have been the case anyway. So no, it's not changed our plans too much.
And everyone knows it's a long old trip, but this really starts a busy month for you with lots of away games. How do you approach this and the month as a whole?
Oh, the boring answer of each game, just take each game, and yeah, there's a lot of travelling, but we can't look too far ahead. We know it's a jam-packed month. It's a busy month. We've got strong teams, we've got tough challenges, and all of those things. But no, we approach it in any way that we would any other game, to be honest, Phils, and we'll train the same way, travel when we need to travel, and keep working hard on it and recover when we need to. I think, yeah, it's quite an exciting month. Hopefully we'll look at it like that and look at it as an exciting month and a really good month of tough games, and hopefully we're going to provide some tough challenges for the 7 games that we've got now because of the Brighton one getting rearranged.
How much can a good start to this month and this sort of away tour, if you like, as it almost is, how much can that just sort of set the tone for what's to follow?
Yeah, look, if I suppose that we're not taking it really month by month. I don't know how we're taking it really. It's just every game. So if we have a little setback, Phils, we do and we go again. To be honest, because nothing will change from our end and how we prepare. And but of course we want a positive outcome in every game. And if we can get one tomorrow, then of course it just sets us up and keeps the momentum going. But you can't really look at this. I think it's 6 league games. It's hard to look at them as a chunk. You've got to go right each individual one, and that's how we're gonna do it anyway, Phils. But if there's setbacks along the way, then we dust ourselves down and go again. But at the moment, we're saying it near the beginning of the season, we're in a good moment, and the lads seem really confident. They're well prepared and ready for what's ahead of them. So we're really looking forward to it.
The weather's turned a bit this week. How much has that kind of helped in training about what the elements could throw at you at Brunton Park?
Yeah, it was quite challenging yesterday. Quite a bit of wind knocking around, and I know it's fairly open up there, so we could be exposed to the elements. I'm not sure what the weather forecast is. It actually ended up being really nice for us in training today at the ground, but we've got to deal with everything. I mean, look, if you think back to the first game of the season, and when it's normally red hot, isn't it? And we had a monsoon, so we've had already this season we've had ups and downs with the weather. It's probably the way that the world is at the moment now. Seasons are starting to change a little bit, and we're getting a bit more extreme weather. So we'll take whatever it is. It'll be the same for both teams. But yeah, we had to deal with a few of the elements yesterday in training, so maybe that's prepared us for it a little bit.
And Carlisle lost 4-0 at Sutton last time out. Are they a team that just haven't quite clicked yet this season?
I think they've performed strongly at home. So they'll be confident going into the game. Of course, they'll be disappointed with last week in terms of the result, but they'll be looking to bounce back, much like Stevenage did after our good result against them a couple of weeks ago. So I think them at home is at the moment is possibly a slightly different proposition to them away in terms of results anyway, Phil. So it'll be a really difficult game for us, and I'd like to think it'll be a tough one for them as well.
Bit of news on one of your players. Ibu Adams has been called up by Gambia. How good is that your players are getting noticed?
Really, I'm really pleased for him. He's got a really exciting opportunity to be involved in African Cup of Nations in January. So it's fantastic to get recognised for your country. It's a real proud moment for him. It's great for the club. Reflects well on the football club as well. So it's a great opportunity for him to go and get some experience and play some international football.
And injuries, how are you off for tomorrow?
Very good, yeah. Pretty much a clean bill of health, other than Dokes, who is progressing well as well in his training. So we're taking a squad of 20 up with us today. So got almost a clean bill of health to go with as well, Phil. So that's really positive.
Thanks, Rob. Good luck.
Thank you.
Rob, training at the ground today, as you did before you travelled to Stevenage a couple of weeks ago, is that something you're looking to do before away games, and why is that the right thing to do?
I just feel for where our training ground is at the moment, logistically, it's just the right thing to do, because where we get the coach from, it's quite close to here. So it just saves travelling, more travelling for the lads. And, we're going to be travelling quite a bit, as Phil's just mentioned, this month, and especially over the next couple of days. So it just fits for time and logistics. It's quite smooth. Come in, we can have a meeting, we can train, we can eat here, and then we can travel on the coach as well. So it's probably the smoothest way of doing things.
Phil's mentioned Ibu. I appreciate you might not know yet, but would he have to quarantine coming back from his international duty? Would that force him to miss any more games?
I'm not aware of that, Laurie, but it's something that I would have to confirm with you. But I've not been made aware of that. I think when he got called off last time, didn't he, for the last international break? I don't think that was the case, that he was going to have to do it. I think they take the proper precautions and do things and meet all the criteria so that he can come back in straight in with the group. So I'm not aware of that. If it's different, I'll get back to you on it.
It's the start of October today, 1st of October. How do you reflect on the month of September compared to your first month managing Forest Green?
Well, there was a month before that, wasn't there, in pre-season, that didn't get the obviously where we're more behind closed doors and more training. But 3 months in, 2 months of games. It was a really good month. Obviously less busy in terms of fixtures. Only 4 in the end, 4 league games, but 4 really pleasing performances. I thought every one of them, we were very consistent. We looked strong in those games, and picked up 2 points a game. So it was a good month. It was a really good month of more than solid performances, I would say. Very, very well balanced, and really some really good individual performances as well, Laurie. I think within that, I think there's been some players really playing at the top of their game, which is great for us.
I think that's all from me, Rob. Cheers. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks very much. If you're both coming up, have a safe. Well, whoever's coming up, safe journey. Obviously, it's a long one, isn't it? So enjoy.
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, ours are both on the train, so hopefully they'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have a good one. Okay, and I'll see you then.
Cheers. Thank you.
Take care.
Cheers, guys.
Right, if I can kick off, this is Jamille Matt, then ahead of Carlisle away. Jam, what is Carlisle away like for a player?
To be honest, for myself, I can speak for myself. It's another game for us. It's another game. Listen, they're a team that were up there last season, and it's the same manager. I'm not really sure. Obviously, they've lost a few players, got a few new players in, but they're a team that are used to, in terms of last season, being up there. So it's a tough game, and our next game. So we've got to look to go there and impose ourselves onto them.
And you've not mentioned the journey at all there, which is really impressive. I dare say some teams are beaten before they even get off the bus. You won their 2-1 last season. So how do you ensure that actually you're all in the right frame of mind to play?
Similar to that, so a lot of the boys were here last season with that journey, and I think most of the boys will have obviously played there before, so I think that helps. A few of the boys that weren't here, so Jack and Regan, is a bit close to home for them, so they'll be all right. So yeah, it's just literally making sure we've got a great team spirit with the boys. So on the bus, we're all together. We're all getting ourselves together to pass the time, and having fun when we can with that. And then when it's time to prepare, we'll be ready to prepare as well.
And the defence has tightened up of late, 4 clean sheets in a row. But I mean, 4 goals at Stevenage, 24 shots last week against Tranmere. That suggests that the attacking threat hasn't diminished. How pleasing is that? Because obviously, as a striker, you still want the supply of chances.
Yeah, of course, and a big shout out to the boys obviously at the back who've kept the clean sheets in the last couple of games, because they've been fantastic all the way through, not just the last 4 games, but they're obviously getting their rewards now. But yeah, it's obviously pleasing, like I said, being in this team for myself, and I'm sure Matty will echo the same thing, is, you know, we'll always create chances. Like I said, when you've got the likes of Cads and Kane on the wings for us, and people like Jack H and people like Ebu Adams in and around us, you know, we'll always create chances, and we back ourselves to stick those away. And even with Youngie and March, you know, they've when they've come on, they've been a threat and they've added to the team. So yeah, it's fantastic to be playing in this team.
And you mentioned Matty there, the partnership with him up front. Obviously, that's something that you didn't really get a chance to sort of build last year. How is that sort of knitted and gelled? Because it seems to be that way.
Yeah, I think myself and Matty, obviously, we enjoy scoring goals first and foremost, and I think we've you know, we're always in and around each other in the box. And like I said, when you got supply from Cads and Kane, it's a joy for us, and you know, we just want to get on the end of things, and I hope it makes their job easy as well when they look up and they know that we're in there to create stuff for us. But yeah, it's a partnership that we're both enjoying, and we talk a lot on and off the pitch about things that we can improve on, because I think we are still an improving team as well, which obviously an exciting thought also.
6 goals for you will take the headlines, but how pleased are you as well to be contributing 5 assists?
Yeah, it's something I am pleased about. I think in years gone by, I've been able to kind of pass on knockdowns and little things like that onto players, and maybe not got the amount of assists I've wanted, but it's something I am pleased about, because, you know, I think if I'm adding that to my game, it can only be a good thing and shows I'm still improving as a player. But like, the main thing is, if those assists and goals are helping a team to get wins, then that's the most important thing as well.
And looking at players just in behind you, Ebu Adams called up by Gambia this week. What does that do in terms of show to the whole squad that actually people are watching you, and, you know, there could be recognition coming for others as well?
Yeah, massive congratulations to Ebu. I think we had a little chat about it, and I know he's massively proud of having the call up. He spoke about the possibility of it, so congratulations to him. But yeah, it just shows how well we're doing as a team, how well he is doing as an individual, and how good of a player he is as an individual. And yeah, it's something for lads to aim for, because that international recognition can help your profile and help the club even as well. So yeah, it's definitely something that's something for the boys to aim for, because there's players here that definitely should be aiming for that in the future.
Thanks, Jama. Good luck.
Cheers, Paul.
Jama, Phil's mentioned Matty there. How much last season was he just sort of someone you looked at and thought, yeah, I'd quite like to play alongside him?
Yeah, it was. If I'm being honest with you, it was spoken about last season when I first signed with the previous manager and assistant. They spoke about the kind of partnership with myself and Matty, and I don't know if I might be wrong with this, but I think there was Matty was injured for one of the games early on in pre-season, and I think in that game then me and Azza played up top together, and it worked quite well at the time. So I think that partnership kind of floated, but maybe by chance it in a way with me and Azza more than me and Matty. But I still think all 3 of us could play together. But never mind that. I always thought me and Matty could play together. We just never got the chance to play together on a regular basis. So now we are, and we've been fruitful with our partnership. It's nice to see.
How much has it changed your role? Because you played alongside Azza quite a lot last season, and he's more of a player who likes to drop off, whereas Matty's a real poacher, isn't he?
Yeah, it's to be honest, it's not changed my role that much, I don't think, because I think I can occupy defenders, and it gives Matty space sometimes to be able to then obviously get more chances. And similarly with him, he'll make his runs in behind, and that can create space for me sometimes to get chances as well. So I don't think my role's changed massively that much because of the way managers implemented it. So yeah, it's like I said, it's a really good partnership, and like I said, we've been fruitful in front of goal. So you know, hopefully that continues.
Finally, Jamma, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure every league goal you scored against Bristol City in the Cup and Newport in the playoffs in front of the North Stand.
I know what's coming.
Pretty sure every pretty sure every league goal has been in front of the South. Now, has that got anything to it, or is it just coincidence?
Generally, so similar to this, I mentioned this to Matty, I think start of season, and it was so weird. Like, I was thinking about it, I was like, yeah, so scoring against Newport like that, but that was the playoffs, it wasn't the regular season. And it's honestly, it's just one of those things. I promise you, I am trying to score in the upper stand, but for some reason, just all seem to be going in at the end. So, listen, if I keep scoring a lot of goals and they keep going in the one end, then I can't complain. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a name change to the Jamille Matt South Stand's coming, Jammer.
It's got a ring to it, I think.